What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. Welcome to Steelers Almighty. This is the post game of the Pittsburgh Steelers throttling of the Cincinnati Bengals, 34-12. Um, you know, we needed this victory. We needed this victory. It looked for a while like we were going to continue to struggle. We were plodding along, but that's why they play two halves of football. The first half, the defense looked good, but the offense didn't necessarily look good. But they played two halves of football for a reason. Pittsburgh Steelers kind of did their thing. The Bengals' game plan was to try to take away the Steelers' outside zone, outside pitch. For the most part, they did that. We got away with a couple of long runs, but the Steelers threw the football, threw it effectively. This is a game that we needed. And I don't know if we necessarily want to say it was a total complete game, but we scored 34 points in this football game. I know that 7 of those or 6 of those, whatever you want to say, came from the defense, but the offense got it done. I also want to cut people off at the legs before they go and say that the Cincinnati Bengals are not a good football team. We already know the Cincinnati Bengals aren't a good football team. But the last time I checked, when a team isn't a very good football team, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to beat them, and you're supposed to beat them convincingly. This is a convincing win. So I know there'll be people I know there'll be people that say, hey, relax, it's just the Bengals. You're right. It is just the Bengals. But 34-12 is how you're supposed to beat the Bengals. That's all I'm saying. I get it. So, it was 14 from the defense, not 7. It was 14 from the defense. Excuse me. But that's how you're supposed to beat them. That's what's required. Bad teams, you take away what they do well. Look, everybody has struggled against the Bengals offense all year, including us the first game. That was not the case in this one. That was not the case. Bottom line, big win. Let's get to some super chat. Justin Gall already with the super chat said, have to start with the defense. Again, 3 consecutive outstanding performances. The new scheme is working. Even the bonehead ejection, the defense is for real. Number 1, Justin, you became a member. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, super chats are wide open. If you want to get your comment, question, or rant up on the screen, you know how to do that. They're wide open if you want to help support the channel that way. This is a big win. We needed the win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We had to get this victory. James Pierre looked good, didn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Look, for anybody that shows up on Tuesday, for the big show, we can't let Big G. I'm debating on whether I even let Big G come on the show without his James Pierre jersey. That's going to be a real conversation for me because he's supposed to have that thing a month ago. And now James Pierre's starting football games, playing outstanding football, shutting down Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, scoring touchdowns. I mean, when do you get the jersey? That's all I'm saying. At what point are we going to hold Big G accountable? I think we got to start doing it right now. Capricorn Steel, you're exactly right. Doesn't matter. Divisional games, brother. Divisional games are tough. And to be able to win them, especially in this fashion, it is what it is. I like it. Mason says just the Bengals, but their offense is elite. Exactly. And our defense has struggled. Exactly. So it's definitely a convincing win. Also, Pierre is our cornerback too. No more doubting it. I mean, we can call him Pierre LePew because, first of all, somebody said in the watch party we got to change his name. Nope, I like Pierre LePew. I love that nickname. I love it. And the man is playing so much better than Darius Slay. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Now, again, we can come into this and we can say, well, it's only been a couple of weeks. And it has been a couple of weeks, but he's looked good. Give him his due. Everything that he's done has looked better than everything that Darius Slay has done all year. I'm sorry. At what point do you just say, "Hey, Slay, we love you. You got to come off the bench. You got to be the backup." James Pierre is playing better than you, man. He's playing better than you. That's what the Steelers need to go in this. The rest just, and if you want to do it game by game, fine. Do it game by game. But Pierre has earned a start. He has earned a start. And he was put into this position because Slay got hurt. Look, hey, I'm all the guy that, hey, you can't lose your job to an injury. But I only say that if the guy that replaces you doesn't play better than you. If the guy that replaces you plays better than you, then yeah, you can lose your job. You can lose your job. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Kenneth McNair says, yo, James Pierre is the second best corner on the squad. He's looking confident as hell. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's absolutely looking confident. Confident and playing good football. Yes, he is. My main man, Jason, you should have seen Big B today. He was apologizing to James Pierre in his know-it-all show. Oh, you mean Big G was apologizing? Yeah, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was apologizing. I'm sure he was. Thanks, Jason, for the super chat. I'm sure he was apologizing to him. He ain't got no choice but to apologize to him. No choice. No choice. Big super chat from our main man, Capricorn Steel. Good win. 30 points. Pierre made himself some money today. He did, didn't he? James Pierre made himself some good coin, didn't he? Yes, he did. Thank you for supporting the channel, Capricorn, man. We love you, brother. You've been here from the beginning. You've been here from the beginning. We appreciate you, man. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. James Pierre, look, we can talk about him the whole show if you want. I'll be fine with it. I know there's other points that we got to get to, and there's a big one. But I would be fine with James Pierre made himself some money. Let's not kid ourselves. He played outstanding today. Outstanding football. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Justin Gall with the super chat said Mason stood in the pocket, ran the plays that Aaron's been having trouble with the last 2 weeks. Is Aaron bailing on the pocket too early? Mason made Arthur look smart in the second half. The thing about that was Mason Rudolph, like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to go with the football. I'm going to get it out of my hand. The one time he didn't, down in the goal line in the red zone, DK Metcalf was open. But Trent Green on the telecast said it. Hey, man, you just got to throw it. You only need 2 yards. Just throw the football. He's open. Yeah, he's going to catch it. He's going to take a hit. It is what it is. Throw the ball. Other than that, Mason Rudolph was outstanding today. Mason Rudolph was outstanding today. And we're going to see about Aaron Rodgers' injury, because if Aaron Rodgers' injury is like we probably think, some people thought it was his hand. Mike Tomlin, I listened to his press conference before he came on. It's his wrist. I would bet you Aaron Rodgers' wrist is broken. That's what I would say. So, Anthony, thank you, Anthony. We appreciate you for the super chat, man. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you. Here's what I would say about Aaron Rodgers is that if his wrist isn't broken and he could have come back and played, he'd have come back in. Like, if his wrist's not broken, then come back in a game. You telling me a sprained wrist is going to keep you out to your non-throwing hand? No, it ain't. No, it's not. I think Aaron Rodgers' wrist is broken, and he's going to be out for a minute. And now, that's not me wishing that. That's not me hoping that. That's just me watching enough football, understanding enough football to just say, okay, if you only have a sprained wrist, because you know they did x-rays, if you only have a sprain, why aren't you back in there? I think his wrist is broken. I mean, it may not be broken all the way across, but he may have a break in there somewhere. It is what it is at this point. So Anthony says, am I crazy to say I'd rather have Mason? The offense rallies around him better. Here's what I would say about that. This is not the first time we've seen Mason Rudolph be put into a situation and play well and continue to play well. Like, this isn't the first time we've seen it. Now, does he have the arm talent of Aaron Rodgers? Nope. Does he have maybe the mobility? He might have the mobility of what a Rodgers. Now, Rodgers got out and ran for a first down today, but Mason Rudolph can do that. I don't know that Rudolph has the pocket awareness, but I do know that Mason Rudolph got the ball out of his hand today and didn't take a sack where Aaron Rodgers was taking sacks. I do know that. Was taking pressures, taking hits. When he was getting the ball out because the line wasn't bad today, people. There's times when you know me, I'll get on the line. They weren't awful today. Now we'll have to look at the tape, but I don't think they were awful. You got to throw the football at some point. Just get it out of your hand. Rodgers didn't do that. The one sack they had, hell, Rodgers held the ball forever. Just throw it away. Didn't do that. Didn't do that. So I don't know. Darnell Washington. I mean, what are we going to do with Darnell Washington, people? What are we going to do with Darnell Washington? Like, there's people, myself included, oh, he needs to be the left tackle next year. Does he? I mean, I know what I saw today. I want that guy as my tight end. That's all I'm saying. I want that guy as my tight end. Now, granted, maybe he is a really good left tackle, and maybe you can find somebody to play tight end. But I like that guy as my tight end. That's just me. That's just me. Shoot. I mean, to be that big and to be that athletic is nuts to me. It's nuts to me. You go over, and let's just look at it. He was second today. 4 catches, 67 yards. He had that long 31-yarder where he's just running people over, stiff arming, running people over left and right. Had a good day today. DK Metcalf had a good day. Could have been better. They missed DK on a couple throws. DK could have had a better day today. Freiermuth only had 1 catch, only had 1 target. I think we got to start throwing the ball to Freiermuth more. And I think Mason Rudolph will do that. I think Mason Rudolph will throw the ball to Freiermuth more. Roman Wilson had 1 catch today. I think they'll throw the ball more to Roman Wilson today. Or more than to Roman Wilson, I should say. So we'll see. Calvin Austin didn't utilize him at all. Jonnu, not really. Jonnu wasn't open. They tried to throw it to him a couple times. He wasn't open. Steelers ran the ball, 111 yards, 4 yards a carry, 35-yard, big 35-yarder by Jaylen Warren. So wasn't bad. Gainwell didn't run it great. 9 for 24 yards. Caleb Johnson, that face mask, if he just didn't pull down on the face mask, that was a good run by Caleb Johnson. Good read, got outside, but pulled the face mask. So pulled the face mask. And it is what it is. But keep putting him out there. Bing's old. Another good day by Pierre LePew. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Thanks for the super chat, man. Yes, it was another good day. Pierre Island. That's what everybody keeps saying. That's what everybody keeps saying in the chat. They keep throwing it out there. We got to change his name to Pierre Island instead of Pierre LePew. We got to go to Pierre Island. I don't know. The one thing that I can tell you right now, I can tell you right this very second, if James Pierre gets another contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers next year, there is a 100% chance that there will be 2 shirts that get made in our merch shop. 1, Pierre Island. Number 2, Pierre LePew. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right this very second. He gets another contract. There will be 2 shirts that get made, and we'll probably make Big G wear one of those shirts for a month on the big show in the offseason. I would guess that's going to happen. But I love it. Pierre played his butt off today, man. He played his ass off. Good for him. Good for him. I thought the offense was a little stagnant in the first half. I thought that the play calling was a little weak in the first half, to be honest with you. I thought the offense could have done more in the first half. I thought it could have. I thought Arthur Smith was playing games in the first half, just silliness, and I didn't like it. Everything wasn't rosy. I thought Aaron Rodgers held on to the football a little bit too long, and we could see it. I thought he held on to the football, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And look, I'll get to the film, and we'll see it. But I thought the line was pretty good. Now I could be wrong. Like I said, I'll look at the tape. I could be wrong, but I thought the line was okay today. I thought they were okay today, but we'll see. We'll see. Super chat by M. Pittman. Appreciate you, man. Said, what do we do with Duggar when Elliott comes back? Duggar's been great for us. Also, I know people want Pierre, but Samuel probably will start over him. Nope. Nope. That's the misconception. Asante Samuel Jr. is a nickel corner. And that's what Asante Samuel Jr. did with the Chargers. He's a nickel guy. Now, I know what you would say is, okay, well, what about Eccles? Well, what do you want? What do you want? I mean, let him battle it out. Eccles was pretty good today. Now, he got hurt a couple times, but Eccles wasn't bad. You wasn't now that third and long where he just threw his shoulder into Noah Font and didn't wrap up and tackle. I damn near broke my screen watching the game because I'm like, all you had to do is wrap him up. He falls down. It's fourth down. They're going to punt. Instead, you just throw a little weak-ass shoulder at him. We'll see. We'll see. But do you want Asante Samuel Jr. starting a guy that hadn't played football in 10 months over what James Pierre's doing right now? You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. So we'll see what happens. It's a good question, though. And when Deshaun Elliott, I think Deshaun Elliott's hurt worse than what the Steelers are letting on. That much I think is clear. I know we didn't put him on the full season IR, but the Steelers wouldn't have made the move if they didn't think he was going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Like if they only thought Deshaun Elliott's injury was a 4-week injury, I don't think they even go get Kyle Duggar. I don't think they do that. I think they're thinking this guy's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. He may come back at the end of the year. Great. But Kyle Duggar's playing good football. You're not taking him out of the lineup until Deshaun Elliott is 100%. Until he is 100%. If he's at 98%, he's not playing. He got to be at 100% in my eyes. That's what I would do. So that's all I would do. So M. Pittman, yeah, he did play slot corner, man. I know you're here to try to embarrass me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Asante Samuel played nickel in L.A. That's what he did. So if that's what you think and I'm stupid, okay, I'll just be stupid. I'm fine with it. But Duggar and Elliott, I don't know if they're a sick combo, GK. I get it. So that's it. That's it. I don't know if they would be a sick combo because they don't necessarily, I mean, they play the same position. So I don't know if it's a combo, and I don't know how much you want them to go out. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. That's my holy thing. We'll get it figured out. Did we just watch Mason Rudolph take a position? I don't know. I mean, people are saying that. Look, the offense and it ran better with Mason Rudolph doing it today. I get it. I get it. It ran better. It did run better. I don't think anybody can watch that game and just say, well, the offense looked good. No, it looked better with him. It looked better. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, that's the difference. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens between them, man. I don't know. I don't know. Is Aaron Rodgers? I mean, look, the offense looked better. The last 2 weeks, you can say the offense looked better with Mason Rudolph. It's just that simple. The offense looked better with Mason Rudolph. So it's just that simple. But is that enough to say a half of football is enough to say, hey, Rodgers isn't going to play? So I don't know. I don't know. The only thing that I would say about that is Aaron Rodgers, if his wrist is broken, is going to be out. So I don't think it's even a decision that has to be made. Like, I, I just think that I think that Aaron Rodgers, if his wrist was only sprained, they do the X-rays. I think he comes back into the football game. Don't y'all think that? Do you think he comes back in the football game? I think he comes back in, but I think it's broken. I mean, I'm not saying his wrist is broken all the way across or anything like that. It may only be a broken bone in there. You know, you got a million bones in your wrist and hand and all that stuff. You know how it all figures out. I don't know. I don't know, man. So we'll see. We'll see. Jen, what's going on? How are you doing? So G better get that jersey. You're exactly right. He better get that jersey, Jen. You're exactly right. He better get the jersey. So Steel Bit, drinking Boilermakers and enjoying the win. There you go, Steel Bit. Keep going. Keep going. So we'll see. Keep going. But Jason with the super chat, December is coming. Magnum Rudolph is about to destroy teams and win us a playoff game. I'm being delusional. I don't think you're being delusional. I mean, we're everybody's happy about the fandom today. We won a football game. I don't think you're being delusional. I would just say let's just relax a little bit. That's all. Yep, we know. I know who you are, Jen. I know exactly who you are. I appreciate you being in here. I appreciate you being in here. But yeah, I hope it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's no doubt the last 2 weeks the offense looked better and ran better and functioned better in that half of football. But I guess my question is what happens next week? I mean, we're going to find out soon enough. Like I said, I think Aaron Rodgers has a broken wrist. I think he's got a broken bone in his wrist. And if he does, then he's going to be out. And I don't think we need to even debate on whether he plays or not. Just let it play out. If he's hurt, then we go with Rudolph. If he's not, he can come back. You play him. But here's the thing. How long do you play him? Do you continue down this path? Because we're kidding ourselves and we don't think the last 6 quarters at Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, it hadn't looked great. It just hasn't looked great. You know, it looked better the second half. Now, again, it was against a bad defense, but Rodgers played against that same bad defense. And he held on to the ball. He didn't make decisions. He wasn't seeing the field. I mean, all those things were true. They were all true. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I want to talk about this Jalen Ramsey thing. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this Jalen Ramsey thing. To me, it looked like Jamar Chase spit on him. Did it look like that to you guys? I'm going to let y'all answer in the chat. Did it look like he spit on him? Because you saw Ramsey kind of turn his head like this. Did it look like he spit on him? Because to me, it looked like he spit on him. Now, my question is, did he spit on him when he was just talking? Or did he actually just spit on him? Because there's a difference. There's a difference. If he's just talking and he spit on him and, you know, spit flies out of your mouth when you're talking, that's one thing. But if he just spit on him and spit in his face, that's something different. That is something different altogether. And I said in the watch party, and I'll say before I do that, let me get the super chat by Mr. Robert. He says, when G going to budge and get that jersey? Also got to give G a little more credit for the game. He fought for them yards today. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Gainwell played real good today. Super hard today. But here's the thing is I don't know. If he spit on him in talking, you can't blow your gasket like you can't blow your gasket. If it was just in talking, you can be upset and back up or whatever and push him. Hey man, stop spitting on me. Back if you can't talk without spitting, back up. Okay. But if he just hauled off and spit on him, I don't blame him. I know there'll be some people that don't agree with that. Nah, you can't spit on me, man. You can talk about me. You can talk about my wife, my mother. You can say all the things that you want to say because it's just talk. It's just talk. But if you literally spit on me, yeah, me and you will fight until I die. I'm never going to forgive you. I'm never going to forget it. We're going to have a problem until I'm off the earth. That's basically my thoughts on it. The way his head snapped back, he definitely did. That's what I think too, Mason. So that's what I'm thinking. I think he spit on him. And if he spit on him, yeah, you can't just spit on me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I thought so too. I thought so too. So he spit on him. That's ugly. That's ugly. So Steel Bit with the super chat. He said TJ no stats in the game. Yeah, he did. TJ Watt was played in the game. He had 2 passes defended. He knocked down 2 passes. He had a tackle. TJ was noticed in this game. I know he didn't have a sack, but we only had 1 sack. They went to the quick game. They weren't doing all of the set 5 and 7 step drops. And TJ could have been better, but he was fine. He was noticed in this football game. There's plenty of games where we could just say, yeah, TJ Watt, he was nowhere to be found. This wasn't one of those. So Gary and Jalen Ramsey said Chase spit on him during the post game. Well, there you go. And he acted like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen Jalen Ramsey get mad and get in people's face. He had just did it the play before. But he acted like he spit in his face and he wouldn't let it go. That was my thing. He didn't let it go. You can't spit on somebody. And the ref probably didn't see it, but he needs to see it. You can't allow somebody to spit on people. You can't allow that. You can't allow that. So you can't allow that. And so I don't condone him getting kicked out of the game, but if somebody spit on me, I don't know how I would react. I'm 50 years old, man. If somebody spit on me right now, I don't know how I would react, much less in a testosterone-filled, adrenaline-filled football game. I absolutely don't know. Well, I take that back. I do know how I would react. I would be fighting. I do know how I would react. I would be fighting. So, and yeah. Ref was right there too. You're right. He was right there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, Miss Felicia, how are you doing? Appreciate you being in here. But I thought this was a good win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A solid victory. You start looking at numbers. Steelers had 111 rushing yards, 232 passing yards. They had 343. They held the Bengals to 297 total yards. That's doing something. This offense, yeah, they held them to 297 total yards. We're third down. They were 7 of 15 on third down, 0 of 1 on fourth. We ended up being 7 of 13 on third down, and we started off lousy on third down. Lord have mercy. So we had more first downs. Who would have thought that the Steelers would have more passing yards than the Bengals? And I'm just being serious. Like, who would have thought the Steelers would have had more passing yards than the Bengals? They held Jamar Chase in check. They absolutely held him in check. Jamar Chase, 3 catches, 30 yards. And one of those was at the end of the game for, I think it was 16 yards. Nobody wanted to hear that. T. Higgins, 3 for 63, that 1 touchdown catch. We got lost in coverage. But other than that, it was dink and dunk to Chase Brown, Noah Fant. Now, I didn't like the fact that Chase Brown averaged 5.5 yards a carry. I didn't like that. 18 for 99. Yeah, I didn't like that. But Steelers did their thing. And I think the Steelers were willing to give up the run because we got to stop the pass. Now, I'm going to reiterate this. I talked about this at the very beginning. I understand that the Steelers beat the Bengals and the Bengals are a bad football team. I understand that the Bengals aren't very good. But I also said this at the beginning, is that your job when you're a good team or you want to be a good team, aren't you supposed to beat the bad teams? You know, you're going to look at the score 34-12. Okay, well, they're not any good. Well, aren't you supposed to beat the brakes off of the bad teams? Isn't that what teams do? That's what you're supposed to do. Now, you got to continue that. We got to go to the next week and go to Chicago and get a win. Don't let this be a big so much of a Super Bowl and then go lay an egg next week, because if you lay an egg next week, guess what? This week didn't mean a damn thing. That's what I'm talking about. So you're supposed to beat bad football teams. The Steelers did that today. They did that. And regardless of their entire team, that offense is a very good offense. It's put up a lot of yards and a lot of points on a lot of good football teams. But you know what it didn't do today? It didn't do either. It didn't put up a lot of yards, and it didn't put up a lot of points against the Pittsburgh Steelers today. The Steelers had a plan. Mike Tomlin tried to act like they didn't change anything. He said the only thing they did was get better safety play. And maybe it was. Maybe that was the only difference, as the Steelers got better safety play, and that's the reason that the defense and the secondary looked better. I don't believe that. I think the plan was better. That's what I believe. But you know what? Coach speak. That's what he's supposed to tell us. We didn't change nothing. All we just put in different players and we got a better result. Okay. 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 It is what it is. It is what it is. So. No, Brian, I just try to be honest, man. I try to be honest. That's all. I appreciate you. I just try to be honest. I don't know. Big G going to have to buy the jersey. We're not going to let it go. We're not letting it go. We're not letting it go. Big G acts like the James Pierre jersey is $500 or something like that. No, it ain't. Come off the $120, buy the jersey and wear it. We're not letting it go, people. We're not letting it go. We're not letting it go. We're not letting it go. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So Big Welches. Ooh, Big G Welches. Now stop it, man. Stop it. LePew. Oh man. No, the all 22. I'll be fascinated to get into that tomorrow. I'll be fascinated to get into it and see what it really looks like tomorrow. So we'll see. So, do you think the offense played better without Rodgers? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Miss Jen. Absolutely, the offense played better. It flowed better. And the thing that was better, nobody is here saying that Mason Rudolph is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. There's nobody saying that. And again, two things can be true. You can think Aaron Rodgers is good, but you can also say that Mason Rudolph played better today than he did. Now, if Mason Rudolph has to play next week, does that mean he's going to play better next week? It doesn't mean that. All it means is today he played better. Now that's got to continue if he's asked to do it again. It's got to continue. Got to continue to get the ball out of your hand. Got to continue to see the whole field and just throw the ball where it needs to be thrown. Got to continue to do that. Got to continue to do that. The one thing about the Bears is like the Bears' pass defense isn't great, but they do intercept the ball. I think they lead the league in interceptions, to be quite honest. And I want to say they got 2 more today. So they do intercept the ball, but you can get yards on them by throwing it. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Should be very interesting, this game. I'm excited for it. Justin said it's the same reason we've been better for 3 weeks. We changed a bunch of stuff around, including the safeties. Exactly. The Steelers changed on defense. And there's Mike Tomlin just playing coy. There's so many different things that they did differently on defense, not just the personnel, but scheme-wise. It's very noticeable. Very noticeable. And they're doing it. And it's working. It's working. So it's working. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Like I said, I thought the game was a good game today. I thought the Steelers played a good, solid football game. A good, solid football game. But it's only one game, and we got to continue it. We got to continue. Miss Felicia says, Big G just said on the 2-minute warning post game that he's getting a Pierre jersey. Uh-huh. And then all of a sudden, then it's going to be, I'm getting a Pierre jersey. Oh, yeah, they didn't have my size. Oh, it got lost in the mail. They told me it was going to be 4 weeks before we could get here. Next thing you know, it'll be March, and Big G still don't have the jersey. We're not standing for that, people. We're not going to stand for it. We're not going to stand for it. Big G, he said he was going to do it, and that's the difference. He said he was going to do it. So Pittman said, get them big boys out in space blocking for the running backs. Bengals couldn't do a thing on that drive Gainwell took over. More of that. Yes. Get them out in space. Get them out there. The one thing that they were doing, it's wild, is that the Bengals were playing for the Steelers outside zone, basically their toss game. And they did a good job other than Jaylen Warren's one run, but the Steelers still could take advantage inside, and they did that. But more screens. Tell him, Pittman, Jiminy Christmas, more screens. Look, we can badmouth, and I do it on a weekly basis about McCormick's technique and Broderick Jones' technique. We can talk about those guys. But you know what they are? Super athletic. They are athletic, and if you get them out in space, they can block people. They can get out there and block people. So that's the difference. If you get them out in space, they can do some stuff. So, yeah, continue. You're exactly right. Continue. And Pittman, somebody just sent something to me. I looked it up. You were right. I was wrong. Asante Samuel is not a nickel corner. He only played, I think it was 58 snaps at nickel. So I apologize. You know me, I'll apologize if I'm wrong. I am wrong. I just think the Steelers brought him in to be a nickel. I don't think the Steelers are bringing him in, or maybe they did bring him in to play outside, and they didn't think James Pierre was going to be up to it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. Could be wrong on both ends, but I just don't think you can take Pierre off the field, can you? I don't think you can do that. At least in my opinion, I don't think you can take Pierre off the field. Not the way he's playing. Not the way he's playing. I don't think you can. But again, you were right. I was wrong. And I apologize. I apologize. So Michelle says, great win, but Broderick was still bad. That's why we need a mobile QB. We should draft Chambliss, Mason, or Chambliss. I don't know if we need to draft Chambliss. He wasn't very good yesterday. Mason was better for us today. Maybe. I mean, maybe. So, I'll have to look. I'm not going to badmouth Broderick until I see all of it. I know there was one run play where Broderick was supposed to block a linebacker, and he looked at him. The linebacker ran right by him. He didn't touch him, and the guy made a tackle in the backfield. I was like, "Oh my god!" But I'm not gonna do that today. I'm not gonna do that today. There's a time. Y'all know how I am. There's a time for it. Today's just not the day. Today's just not the day. Big super chat, but my man Justin, thank you for supporting us, man. Said when you break down the all two, I'm real curious on your take with these deep pitches out wide, running back screens, etc. Are we blocking these up, or is Gainwell Warren making the first guy miss? It seems more successful than it should be. It wasn't that great today, but it's a collection of both. The one thing that I always say in the all 22 breakdowns, and especially when I give the report card grades, is that the running backs have to help the offensive line sometime. Is that sometimes, especially on outside zones, you just got to run to daylight. You got to run to daylight. You got to watch, you got to read, and sometimes it's a cutback, and it may be a total cutback all the way across the grain, excuse me. So it's a little bit of both. But we'll see today. We'll see, and we'll have it up. The all 22 will be on Tuesday, so make sure you guys check it out. But yeah, it's usually a collection of both. But the thing about running back, they always tell you got to make a guy miss. Like you can't block everybody, even if it's a hat on a hat, and even if the quarterback was involved in blocking, which he never is. If that was the case, they still have one more defender than you can block. So a running back's job is always to make a guy miss. He has to be able to make a guy miss. He has to be able to do that. Because if he can't do that, then, to be honest, you're not a very good running back. Because you're going to be required to make a guy miss from time to time. So that's the difference. That's the difference, is that you have to be able to make guys miss. And that's why when you see like on outside zone plays and stretch plays, you see the wide receiver come in and block the safety, because who would you rather the guy be able to make miss? Safeties are tacklers. Cornerbacks usually aren't. So that's why a wide receiver's job, go dig. And when I say it, I go dig out a safety. We see DK, Roman Wilson's really good at it. Ben Skoranek, go digging out a safety down in there. And then you're one-on-one with the corner, and then, okay, just go make the guy miss, and then go make a play. That's the difference. Great question, though. All good, says my man M. Pittman. Said, I think when Slay went down last week, they went signed Samuel, but I believe they didn't think Pierre would continue to play good. But better have all these guys. First of all, it isn't okay. I apologize. But secondly, you're probably right. That's what I think. I don't think they thought that Pierre was going to be able to play well. And I think the Steelers ain't slick, you guys. They ain't slick. This is what, I'll tell you what I think they did. I think the Steelers did this. Mr. Pittman is right. They signed Asante. First of all, Asante's not ready to play, though. I mean, he's out of shape. He hadn't played real football in 10 months, so I get it. Having said that, he probably could have gone out there today. He probably could have played anywhere between 15 and 20 snaps for you today if you needed him to go out there. But what the Steelers said was, Slay's down. We're going to let Pierre play. If this goes bad, we got Asante. Hey, we need Asante. Slay couldn't play. We got him in there. But instead, Pierre plays good. And then you're like, oh, so now we have an abundance of guys out there. Now, again, it still remains to be seen what Asante Samuel Jr. actually looks like. I don't want to the guy had spinal fusion surgery or something like that. So I don't want to just immediately say this guy is going to come in and be a difference maker. I don't want to go that route just yet. But I do feel good about James Pierre. That's all I'm going to say. I feel good about James Pierre. I do. And here's another question, guys. Cole Holcomb, what the hell is going on? Like, what's going? Cole Holcomb, sick? This is 3 weeks in a row. He hadn't played because he got sick. So I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We ran some crossing routes this week. We did run some crossing routes this week. We did. We did do that. We ran a few crossing routes this week. We need to run a hell of a lot more. We need to run a hell of a lot more. So Earhart said he's not impressed with KJ. Kid has no moves, no juke, no stiff. I mean, he gave a stiff arm. He gave a stiff arm today. He's okay. Give him a chance. Just give him a chance. Give him a chance. He's still running on. Uh, Caleb Johnson is still. He thinks he's in the doghouse, and maybe he is, but he's still running like a young guy that's scared that he's going to make a mistake. He's going to have to play himself out of that. And all he's going to do is, if I'm supposed to run straight, all I'm going to do is run straight. I'm not going to do anything other than that because I've tried to do something different and it cost us a game, a turnover. So that's all I'm going to do. I get it. I get it. Alan with the super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. He says, when will Jonnu Smith arrive? I don't know. Jonnu Smith is tight end number 3 right now. So I don't know. I don't know. And hell, if you want to be honest about it, as far as blocking, wouldn't you have Connor Hayward out there blocking over him? Because I would. So, yeah, I think Caleb Johnson is going to be okay. It just he's in a position. We've seen it a million times, guys, where a guy gets in there and he's scared, and all he wants to do is just run the football and just run it straight. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake, and I'm just going to run straight, no matter what the play call is or where an opening is. Nope, I'm supposed to run off right guard. I'm going to run right off right guard. That's it. And he's just got to play himself out of that. He's got to play himself out of that, and I think he will. I think he will. So Steel Boomin says everybody owe Pierre an apology. I don't. I don't owe Pierre an apology. Says, where's G at? I got a Pierre, Mitchell, and Ness in the cart. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It looks like our main man, Big G, may be ready to join us, people. He jumped in, but I'm not sure I can get him up here. I'm not sure I can get him up here. We're gonna see. Producers is working on it. I think Big G might be joining us, and when he gets here, people, I'll let you guys take over. I'll let you guys take over. I won't even say nothing. I will just let you guys take over because Big G, whoo, and the thing about it that's funny is Big G really doesn't care because here's the thing. If he's wrong about Pierre, that means he's playing good and the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing some good things. That's the whole thing. That is the whole thing. So that's where I'm at with it. Steeler Lee says, has Ramsey spoken yet? I think he did. Some people said that he did and said that Chase spit on him. So he said that Chase spit on him. That's what people are talking about. I haven't seen it yet. But hopefully we get there. We need the producer to do some push-ups today. Yeah, we do. If the producer does one push-up a day until the offseason, he'll have it done. Just one a day. That's all it is, people. One a day. So Pittman says Pierre gets a half apology. It's not like people were hard on him for no reason. It's exactly right. Now, that's part of it. See, you're making a lot of sense. That's part of it. It's not like people were just bad-mouthing Pierre. Uh-oh. Looky what we have here. Well, it was up for a second. Looky what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was up. Our main man, Big G, in the house has joined the post game. He is him, is what he said. I'll just let you talk. Big G, who exactly is him? Who exactly is it?
Pierre Lapue.
Pierre LePew. Oh,
Pierre LePew, he's a dog.
okay.
He's a dog.
Oh.
And I apologize for being on my tablet. My computer's acting diabolical right now.
No, you're fine.
But let me tell you something. James Pierre should be the AFC Player of the Week in the National Football League. I apologize for all the bad things I said about James Pierre. I'm sorry. I'm a grown-ass man. I can admit when I'm wrong. The boy balled out of control. He balled out of control, and he's a dog. He's a dog. He proved it, B. He's a Steeler. Let's get his contract together. He might be a starter moving forward. I could really see him taking Slay's spot. Pierre's a dog. Pierre's a dog. He played big boy ball.
He did.
So listen. I'm a grown man. I can admit when I'm wrong. And Pierre is that dude, dog. Pierre's that dude. He's that dude. Oh, the jersey on the way, trust me. And I don't put no grown man on my body, but Pierre about to get a jersey. Pierre, it's on the way. Hope is on the way, B. I'm trying to tell you. Pierre's hey, listen, the boy a dog. He's a dog.
Here's the thing. In all seriousness, Big G, does Pierre keep the starting job when Slay comes back?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he keep the starting job. Hell yeah, he do. I mean, and listen, B, when Samuel get up to speed, and we can put Eccles and Samuel, and you can and Ramsey's a chess piece. Dog, we got some stuff going on. Duggar, Elliott's coming back. Oh my God, dog. Hey, we might be on to something, man. But Pierre LePew done proved to me that dude is an NFL starter. He's an NFL freaking starter. Hey, I gotta admit, I get the live chat can dog me out. I don't give a damn. Because when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when I'm right, I'm right. And this one, I was wrong, and Pierre proved it. Get him in there. Get him in there. But I'm still going to call him LePew.
That's the thing, G. People say we got to change the nickname. I said, no, we don't. I love the nickname. No, I'm not changing this name. No. Yeah. Pierre, now they do want to say Pierre Island. Forever. They do. People are throwing out Pierre Island out there.
No, it ain't no Pierre Island.
I like it. I said if the Steelers give Pierre a new contract, there will be 2 new shirts to go up on the merch channel. That will be a Pierre LePew shirt and a Pierre Island shirt. I guarantee it 100%. 100%.
I mean, to me, like I said, B, he's a starter.
Yeah.
Moving
he's
forward,
playing that way.
He took Darius Slay's spot.
He's playing that way.
Yeah.
Still Booming with the super chat said that WWE body slam last week woke up the dog. It must have. It must have, because he did. I remember that. He picked old boy up and just slammed him to the ground.
He came up and laid wood today.
Yeah.
He came up and laid wood today. But he was out there. B, he got the scoop and score, dog. He got the pick on the sideline, bro.
I don't like him flipping into the end zone, no. I didn't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Too many things can happen when you do that.
I understand it. But, man, I mean, he heard all the chatter. I hope he heard me. I hope y'all retweeted it and told him that I was Pierre LePew. And now I'm going to go on Twitter and apologize to him and say, no, dog, you him. You the AFC Player of the Week.
He might be.
In the National Football League.
He might be. Now, here's the thing, G. Now, here's been a topic of discussion in here. We're talking about it is Still Booming said Pierre Island is diabolical. Thank you, Still Booming.
it is diabolical.
But here's the thing. So I thought that Asante Samuel was strictly a nickel corner. That is not the truth. I was corrected in here by a couple people, and he played, I think it was 58%, or not 58%, 58 snaps at nickel last year. So 93% of the time he's outside. What are we going to do with that? Like,
we got a hell of a rotation, dog.
But you don't rotate corners.
We're gonna do it now because we got pieces. You got Pierre, you got Samuel, you got Eccles, you got JPJ, who played decent today.
I was just gonna say we got to give Joey Porter Jr. his flowers. He played good today.
You got Duggar, you got Elliott, you got Ramsey. We got a bunch of dogs back there, man. We got a bunch of dogs. If we can figure this thing out in the middle of the field with them linebackers, bro, this thing we've been praying for all year to have this top 5 defense, it might be coming into fruition, man. It might. It's based on health. And Slay's to the bench. I mean, Slay now is our 4th or 5th corner, in my opinion. I would go JPJ, Eccles, Pierre Lapue, Samuel, Slay.
Well, to me, Pierre's too, because when we're not in the nickel, Eccles isn't out there.
That's facts.
And that was the same thing today. Like when they didn't come out in 11 personnel, when they just came out with 2 wide receivers, it was Pierre and Porter Jr. So I think I'm just sorry. And I know Mike Tomlin, he's going to go back to Darius Slay, and we are all going to be furious. No. We are going to be furious because that's going to happen, and I'm going to be so mad. Because my whole thing is, does production mean anything at that point? Why doesn't production mean anything?
Out of every defensive back we have on our team, the only guy who might have more production on tape is Duggar, and that's because he just got there.
Right.
But if you look at Pierre Lapue's snaps on field, he has more production probably than anybody. More than Elliott, more than Ramsey. For his snaps on the field, he's out there producing, bro. What can you say? You got to tell the truth. He's out there killing people.
You got to tell the truth. Well, and it also goes back to the whole thing when we talked about our main man, Deshaun Elliott. Somebody brought that up in the chat earlier. It's like, what do you do when Deshaun Elliott comes back? And what I said was, I think the Steelers know that Deshaun Elliott's injury was a 6 to 8 week injury, that Facts. They thought maybe he could come back by the end of the year. But I don't think the Steelers even make that trade unless they're like, Deshaun Elliott ain't coming back for a while. I don't think they would have made the trade if Deshaun Elliott's only out for 4 weeks. And they're like, oh, okay, he'll be back within 3 to 4 weeks. We don't need to make a trade. I think they know this is a 6 to 8 week thing, and we need a guy. So I don't even think we have to worry about Deshaun Elliott coming back. But here's what I'll also say. We just finished talking about getting rid of Darius Slay because Pierre's playing better than him. I don't know that Elliott was necessarily playing bad. He's been hurt twice this year, but Duggar's playing better than him.
Yeah.
So it's not that Elliott's been playing bad. It's just Duggar's playing better than he is. Right. I'm sorry. You got to go with the guy that's playing good. You got to stay with that guy. Regardless
and in the National Football League, you need depth. You need depth in the National Football League.
You need depth.
This thing could turn on a dime. You see they had to wear them 7-inch cleats out there today. And you saw when Warren's leg got caught in the ground and the diabolical Steelers ownership. Y'all need to do something about that damn field. It's ridiculous. But his foot got caught in the ground, bro. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You never know. This thing could turn on a dime. You need depth. Yeah. So keep them all. Ain't cutting nobody.
Good comment right here. Not enough people understood what Trent Green tried to break it down during the telecast. He was talking about the cover one robber, and absolutely, it just literally cover the middle of the field. Imagine that. When you cover the middle of the field, what happens? Got an interception for a touchdown. Now, the thing about it is he got to still work on those hands because he dropped another pick. Because it should have been 2 on the day. It should have been 2. He dropped one, hit him right in the hands.
But I'll take one.
Brother. Come on, man. You got to keep going.
I'll take one. He ain't out there being skillet hands. So I'll take one.
Kind of.
Yeah, but hell, that was 6.
No.
He should have had 2 picks, but one of them was for 6.
Take it. I'm just saying, I think Kyle Duggar he's playing phenomenal football. Having him back there and moving Jalen Ramsey back there has changed what the Pittsburgh Steelers have been able to do on defense. And it's solidified a position that not only teams still can't throw it over our head, which that was a problem. And not only that, we got 2 guys that can be physical and come up and hit receivers and can cover guys. And we saw that. We've seen it since they've been there. I mean, this is the 3rd game in a row the Steelers defense has played pretty good football.
Yeah.
Now, this was the best, but this is the 3rd game in a row that they played good football. Some people don't think they played good last week. I'm like, they did, man. They did. Now, it got sideways on them because in the second half because they were on the field so long because the
Right,
offense
facts.
literally couldn't move the ball. But
B, do you know that the Steelers won time of possession today?
yes,
I
yes.
I
They
couldn't
and
believe it.
they had more time of possession and they had the ball, or they had more yards than they had more passing yards than the Bengals.
And
Passing
B,
yards.
I don't know if you talked about this or covered this, but I'm just gonna tell the truth. The offense looked different with Mason Rudolph in there,
We
bro.
talked about it. We talked
It
about it,
looked
that it looked
different.
better. It looked different. I didn't say different. I said it looked better.
Shh.
It, it looked better. and
I ain't
and
mad
I
at you,
don't
bro.
think we can
Listen,
debate that. It looked better. It was better.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I think from what I'm hearing early is that he has a broken bone in his hand.
right.
That's what I'm hearing early. And if that's the case, I think Mason's is serviceable enough against the Bears to get the W.
Yeah.
Now, and I think he is. And the reason why the offense looked better is because Mason didn't just lock in on DK.
Correct.
Mason threw the ball to every damn body. And they need to throw Mount Washington the damn ball, bro. I don't give a damn.
They got
He
to
needs
keep
to get
throwing
the
him the ball.
ball.
They got to keep
He
throwing
needs to
him
get
the
the
ball.
ball all the
And they got
freaking
to keep
time.
throwing the ball to Fryermuth too.
Yeah,
They got to keep throwing it to Fryermuth too.
yeah.
Fryermuth has been open. They got to continue, and I think we'll do that. This is a good comment. Mason said basically we did what Baltimore had done with their defense last year. That's a great point, Mason, because remember Baltimore's defense was god awful last year.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden they cut a safety. They didn't even, kind of like we did. We cut Thornhill. They cut a safety. They moved a rookie back there, and they moved Kyle Hamilton and put him at strong safety versus free safety. And all of a sudden their defense changed dramatically.
Well,
Steelers did the
Kyle,
same thing
Kyle
with Ramsey.
Hamilton, right. Kyle Hamilton became a chess piece like Palomula was with us on
Correct.
defense. And I think that's what you're seeing, the maturation of Ramsey to become a chess piece like that because you trust what Duggar's able to do in the middle of the field.
Correct.
And that makes all the difference in the world. And Duggar's actually looked better at it than Elliott. And Elliott is very good. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he's a bum. He's actually very good. So yeah, I like it. And it changed the complexity of the defense.
Yeah.
I like it a
like
lot.
it. I like it. I like what the Steelers did today, man. So well, look, I'm going to shut this one down. I appreciate everybody, man. Thanks, everybody, for being in here. Look, remember, report card will be out tomorrow. All 22 comes out on Tuesday. The big show on Tuesday. Will Big G have his Pierre jersey by Tuesday, people? He's needed to have it for a month, and here we are, and he still don't have it. I'm willing to bet that, oh, well, it's going to get lost in the mail. They don't have my size, and we're not going to get a Pierre jersey out of Big G until March. That's what I'm saying,
I'm,
until March. I'm
I'm
not
working on
having it.
something diabolical, B. I'm
I'm
working on
not,
something diabolical. I'm gonna have something
I'm not
diabolical.
having it. We may lock Big G out of the big show until he gets a Pierre jersey. We'll have to talk about it. We'll discuss it. I appreciate everybody, man. Thank you guys, as always, for being in here. Do us a favor, man. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. All that good stuff. I appreciate you guys, and aloha.